So let's move on with this journal. I already grabbed my Crocodile Big Bite. Hi, this is Mel from MelPinkJournals. So in the last videos I showed you how I created this cover. I used it for storing my letters, but then I decided, the letters I get for my pen pal, but then I decided to put the letters out and reuse this cover as a junk journal. This will be available in my Etsy shop, linked down below in the description box. So no, I don't have to put it away, I have to keep it here. So now these are the signatures. We have 6 signatures. I showed you how I put them together. And I thought around some things I showed you in the other videos, and I hinged together some pages. So now I want to sort them in an order. So I have the same papers, same kind of papers in all the signatures and the same order, but now I want to bring them in another order, just to give you a bit more interest in this journal, and not the same order in every signature. So let's just start. So this is fine for me. I think I will leave the first signature be the way it is. Okay, so we can put this away. Second signature, this will be our first page. This is fine for me. So let's see, maybe then I'm just putting the signatures together, not overthinking it, just going with the flow, doing a bit of this and a bit of that, just to make it look a bit more interesting. So maybe then this page. Another hint, this is with the pocket. This page, another hinged page with the pocket, but maybe the other way around. And this page, let's just see that this is the right way. Yeah. When words leave off, music begins. Yes. Okay, second signature. So I will leave the first things as they are. These are Printables from Johanna Clough. Really, really lovely. So let's see, maybe then going on with this, then a hinged page, this page, then maybe this one. This is a pocket from here. Just searching if I have other pockets in the signature, but I don't think so. Oh yes, I have. So this, and maybe this for the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, this is fine. Fourth signature. So, what else do we want to do? Maybe this one and this one. Why not? Then this one. This one. Maybe some of them will be in the same order at the end, but this is fine for me. Just want to put them together a bit in another order than they were before. Fourth one. So 2 left. Let's just, maybe we will put this into the middle. Why not? So let's do this. Then a hinged page. This page, this one, a short one, a big one, and this in the middle. Let's just double check the pockets. Yes, I want to be the pockets, one in this direction and one in this direction. Okay, so I have to change this. Okay, I think that's fine. And the last signature. Let's move on with this one. Do I have a plain page? Yes, I have. Plain page. Another plain page. Then maybe these 2. And another hinged page with a pocket and another hinged page. Pocket loading from here, pocket loading from here. Okay, that's it. So, as I told you before, not overthinking it too much. Now, then I need a marker. I don't have one at hand, so I will grab one. Okay, here we are. So, because I already punched the holes into here, not with my Crocodile Big Bite, but with a unusual hole, and I don't want to punch them again because then they would get too wide. But I want to use my Crocodile Big Bite for the signatures. So let's just arrange the papers the way we want them to be. So staggering them a bit. So I have 8 papers per signature, and the whole journal will have 6 signatures with 8 papers, so it will give you 192 pages total. I just counted this out before. So, okay, now I need my ruler to tuck in this signatures. Just making sure they are fitting. Okay, I can sort out the papers a bit other ways, so I have more space to the top and bottom I will use. So a bit like a staggered look, because my papers are not as high as my journal is. This in the middle, this to the top, and this a bit more to the bottom, but not the way that they are hanging out. Okay, I think this looks good. Tucking them in again. Oops. And just double check. Yes, perfect. Okay, now this will be the first signature, so I aim for the first hole, first 3 holes. Okay, just using my holes as a guide. So I need a hole over here, here, and here. Then finding the middle, holding my papers in place, bending them over, folding them over, holding them in place. Maybe would be a good idea to use a paper clip, even if this, or in this case a sewing clip, even if it's long enough to hold all the papers, but a few of them. Then I will sit down. So I use the 1/8 hole, so this smaller punch, this is the bigger one, but I just need this small punch, and then I will just punch right through all the papers in one go. 1, 2, holding it in place. Yes, this looks good. And the third one is over here somewhere. Okay, that's it. That's it for the first signature. Now I can remove the clips, because when the papers will move a bit, it's no big deal, because I have this really big holes, and I see where I have to put them. And because of my first paper, I know which direction, because this is directional. So usually I punch the holes, they are evenly spaced I think, but usually I punch the holes a bit with a bit less space over here and a bit more space over here, so that I know where my top and my bottom is. Or you can put on a sewing clip just to the first paper, or a paper clip, something like this, but this is fine for me. I will move this out of the way and repeat the steps for the next signatures. So again, this can go into the trash. It's not needed anymore. Now again, I need my book cover, my papers, just making sure they are arranged the way I want them to. Maybe something like this. This looks good. This can go a bit more to the bottom, this right into the middle, this into the middle. This is a big one. This can go more to the top. Why not? Let's make sure we used up the space. This is fine. It can go a bit more to the top. So I have a bit of a staggered look. Okay, I have even more space left I can use. This in the middle, this a bit more to the bottom. This in the middle, and this a bit more to the top. This too. So, okay, I have to stand up so that I see if I'm, yes, this is fine. Then repeating the steps, tucking the signatures into, using in this case the second 3 holes. But I think they are nearly the same than the first, but I just want to make sure. So this looks good. And you will not be able to see these marks afterwards because I punch out the holes. Okay, then holding it in place, folding it over, putting on some clips, just in case. Just double check, yes, we catch the crease. And again, punching the holes. 1, 2, no, I think it moved a bit. No, it's fine. 2, 1. Turning it around, just making sure everything is aligned. And 3. Oh, come on. Okay, that's it. Oops. I try not to do a too big mess on my table. So let's see the direction. Oh, I think this paper is upside down. No, I put this to the top. Okay, now, yes, now I have it. So second signature. And going on third signature. Just repeating the steps. You can skip this part of the video if it's not so interesting for you. I will repeat the steps for the next 4 signatures, and then I will bind them in. Oh, sorry, I have to take a sip of tea. I hope you are all doing well. It's early in the morning. It's what day is it? Saturday. It's Saturday morning. I think 7:30, something like this. And I'm just in my craft room and so happy about it. So let's see, yes. Arrange the papers a bit. Just arrange them the way you like. You don't have to stagger them. You can just put every single paper right into the middle if you like this look better. I think this got a bit too high. Just have to stand up again. So you can just shove the papers a bit more one into each other. Oh, I think this is standing out a bit. Maybe it's a bit too big. No, it isn't. Just have to move it around a bit. No, it's not the way I wanted it to. Standing out a bit too much. So this can happen. So just rearrange the papers till you are satisfied. I think this one is the tallest. Just have to move this a bit more to the top. So this longer one, I think. Now it's okay, hopefully. Okay. So take your time, do what you want. Maybe this is a bit too big, so this paper here. Okay, I think it's a bit too tall. So I will just cut off a tiny piece. Let's see, maybe a piece from here. It really doesn't matter. I will use my my cutting board. And just cut off maybe something like 1/2 centimeter. In this case, I think this will be enough. Yes, this is better. So this was my middle piece. So just putting it back into the middle. Yes, this looks good. Tucking it in. Oops. Tucking it in. Just double check. Yes, this is the third signature, so I aim for the third hole. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, then we have 3 left. Yes, this is fine. Okay, finding something like the middle. Okay, that's it. 1 hole, 2 holes, and yes, you can punch right into your sewing. It will not unravel this easily. finding the middle, flipping it over carefully, trying to not move the pages too much. Oh, this moved a bit. Okay, now I have to watch out again, because this paper is not the same height as the journal, and it moved a bit. But no, it's fine. Just hold it in place really good. This is a bit of the tricky part, but you can redo everything. If it's not the kind you wanted it to, you can just use another paper, punch new holes, put on a piece of white washi, for example, or paper to cover up the holes if they moved too much. So it's really no big deal. So I think I can leave the cover stay where it is and punch my holes. 1, 2. Oh, moved a bit. Where's my hole? Oh, this moved a bit too much, but I can just readjust it like this. It's really easy to see because the holes are so big. When you use an awl, you can just punch your awl through, or let your one of your awls stay in place and use a second awl. But this works out for me, finding the crease again and punching the third hole. Okay, that's it. Flipping it back over, removing the sign clips, and removing this punched out papers we don't need. Okay, so fourth signature. Again, this paper is a bit too high because this is from the same paper pad. Cutting board is over here. Again, I will cut off a piece of the top because it's not needed. Of course, you can fold it in, but I want to have a really high page, so I don't want to fold it in and so much, and I don't want to fold in just 1/2 centimeter. So this is why I did it this way. So this sports. This was upside down. This was supposed to be like this. So I let it be as it is. And then arrange my papers. I have to stand up so that I can see it better. This is fine for me. Oh yes, I have 2 small papers. I can move a bit to the top and the bottom. This is the middle piece. I will have more to the bottom. This more to the top. This more to the bottom. And this in the middle. This looks fine for me, I think. Okay. Let's see. No. A bit too high. I think this is a bit too long. I think I have to cut this off, but this I can do later. This is no big deal, no big thing. Okay, this is perfect. Again, using my ruler to tuck the pages really good together. Then I need the 4th hole. So I'm left with 2 more signatures. So this is the right space here, the right place. 1, 2, 3. Turning it over, folding it over carefully. Try to not move the papers too much. Holding them in place. Putting on your sewing clips, binder clips, paper clips, whatever clips you have. Oh, I think it's left a mark. This one, I don't know if it was from here, but I will remove my cover from now. So, I think this went a bit crooked. Just fold it over again. And try to aim for the middle. Oh, I think this paper moved a bit. Yes, this paper is moving a bit. So just making sure it's aligned as good as I can. Managed to do this. Okay, I don't know why it moves. Okay, I will just go with the flow. I think it will work out. No risk, no fun. Holding it in place. Putting it over. Oh, this moved a bit. No. No moving, please. Now I have to find the holes again. This moved really much. So this can happen too. Then just work your way through slowly. There's a hole, here it is. Don't know if I'm in frame, sorry for that, but I think you get the idea. Just have to replace my pages. It's a bit tricky because this is a bit heavier, this is a bit lighter weighted. It's a bit tricky to... Okay, I will just punch the hole for these two pages. Maybe it's easier then. Okay, now I'm a bit out of order for myself. Yes, here it is. So I will just punch the next hole for these two pages and then go on with the other pages. Holding it in place like this because it's a bit moving too much. Okay, this is a really messy video, sorry for that, but this is craft life, this can happen. And I don't want to get up and get my other bigger clips, to be honest. Okay, we have 3 holes in here. I punched the hole through here. Okay, this is not the right place, but I see where my hole is, so I can just punch the hole right in the middle. Okay, and this is just a decoration. So I think, let's see, these are, and these are wrong. Okay, I don't know what I did. Maybe I have to redo this page. Let's just put it aside for the moment. This too, because I don't have to punch a 3rd hole. And then just move on with the last pages. And we will figure out what to do with the other one. So I know I punched a hole here and a hole here. Okay, now we are back on track. Then going on with the 3rd one, the 3rd page. So this is Crafting Life, this is why I show it to you. Of course I could cut this out from the video, because maybe it's not so interesting for you, but I think it's it's good to show you what can happen, and this is fine. So you just work your way through. So it would be easier if I had my awl at hand. But now I will just use this needle because I have this at hand. This is a blunt needle, just to find the middle holes, to rearrange my signature. Okay, so found the middle holes. Oops, no, you have to go to here. And then I can punch the 3rd hole, hoping for the best. Okay, that's it. So this signature I have to, this page I have to look up later. Oh, other way around. I think it was like this. Yes. So, and I can just go through with my needle later. So if I don't punch the hole right, it's no big deal. We have a hole here. Okay, 1 hole is enough. I can just put it to here, and I just have this 1 hole to hold it in place, and these holes we can just ignore. And then let's see, I don't know in which direction I had this one. I think it was in this direction, but then the hole is wrong. I don't know what I did here, but this is just a thin paper. I will just put it on together with this. Yes, I think one was, I wanted to have 1 here and 1 here. I think that's it. Yes, I think that's it. Okay, now I see. I know what I wanted to do. So then I have to punch a hole here. Then it will be fine. Okay, trying again. And I don't mind having these extra holes. I think it adds to a journal when you have something like this, even if it was not on purpose. But just work your way through, do what you like. And if you don't like it, for example, of this paper, I have way more, so I could remove it. But why doing it when it feels right for me to do it this way? So it looks a bit more complicated than it is, just because I ran into some issues. But usually it's really, really easy. So, okay, we'll just put them back into here and rearrange them later because the holes are set. Now we are left with 2 signatures and a bit sip of tea. Oh, hot tea in the morning is the best. And midday and evening and for dinner. So I can drink this kind of tea every day to every time. I can just, oh no, I have to, whoops, remove a bit or readjust here this danglies. Just get them out of my way. Okay, so again, this can go a bit to the bottom, this can go a bit more to the top, this more to the middle, more to the bottom. This I want to have in the middle because then I can bind it in the best, I think, or the easiest way. This can go into the middle to catch it. Okay, that's it. Tuck, tuck, tuck. This looks good. So now we are on the very, not the very last, the hole before the last hole. So we need 1 punch here, 1 punch here, and 1 here. And repeating the steps. Trying to move this over carefully, to fold this over carefully. Trying to get the crease. Putting on a clip. 1 here and 1 here. Okay. I think this looks good. And then punching the holes again. Here it is. Right over here. And the third one, no, not moving too much, thank you. And the third one is over here. Okay, that's it for this signature. So we have only 1 hole in this paper, but because the string will go over the whole paper, it will hold in place. When you have really short papers or really not tall papers, short in this way, and you don't put a hole into, but just have your paper and have, so for example, paper is here, you have a hole here, and a hole here, then you can remove the paper, you can move it out. So this can be a cool extra, but if you don't want this, make sure that your really, really small papers, if you use one, are arranged the way that you have at least 1 hole in the paper, so that it will stay in place. So, last signature. Last signature, repeating the steps. This I want to have in the middle. This too. This a bit more to the bottom. This a bit more to the top, but not as much. This I want to have in the middle. This at the bottom, just going with the flow, just doing it the way I like it, not overthinking too much. This could go a bit more here. So let's check. Okay, this looks good. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Tuck, tuck. Yes, this is fine. So, last signature. You want to sit it right here. 1, 2, 3. And then I have to find out which, bending it over, folding it over first. Then I have to find out which kind of thread I want to use. Usually I use a wax thread, or I use a usual embroidery floss or embroidery thread, but I wax it by my own. Just double check. I think I'm a bit out of this crease. So this can happen, that your papers move a bit, and just double check. Okay, I think it's fine. But I will go through my stash in a moment, and then I will see which thread I want to use. Okay, I just want to double check if I can. No, I don't can, because I think this moved a bit. Yeah, no risk, no fun. We will just try it out. We can redo the holes if needed. I think it did not move too much, hopefully. One, two. They are not needed anymore. And 3. Okay. Now, moment of truth. If you punch the hole the right way, we will find out in a moment together. So these are my 6 signatures. I know some crafters start from the start binding process from the last signature. I don't know why, and I don't know why I do it the other way. It was another way, but I like to start with the first hole. I think it's just personal preference. And I already know I want to put something on the cover because I really like it, but it's a bit too plain for me because it's all the same on the front and the back, or it's not really the same, it's a bit another picture here. But I want to have a journaling card onto here. I'm not sure if it will hold down, even if I have 2 glues, which are really, really good, but because this is this smooth surface, so it's coated, and I have the feeling that it won't hold in place so good. So my idea was to use some brads, so put on a journaling card or something, use some brads to fix it, and for the good look, of course. And then you want to be able to see the feet of the brads, so I want to cover up the inside a bit, so the inside front a bit. And maybe I will do this first before binding in the signatures. I think this will be the better way. I think it's easier to work this way. So now let's see. Okay, we have already 32 minutes. So I will stop here and just film the next part, decorating the front and then putting in the signatures. So this will be the step for the next video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Take a look from my Etsy shop where you can achieve this journal and other things. Or just if you're interested, just take a look. Take a look through my other videos and ring the little bell so that you get all the newest notifications. Bye.